Hello! Today we'll continue with our video on 4.1, but instead of doing page 159, we're going to move on to page 160. So 160 is the page we're doing. We're still on lesson 4.1. Today, Tuesday, April 28th. We're going to do page 160, number 6. Okay? So number 6 says solve each equation, then check your solution. So 6. A. So G, what's been given? 3 equals 3x minus 3. U, what's the unknown? So that's always our verb. So solve is the action, that's our verb, and check is a second action word that's the second step. So solve, and then in this case it's solve for x. So solve for x, we want to know what that value is. And, okay, so that's 1. And we're going to check the solution. Okay, G-U-E. E is the equation. The equation for solving, okay, to solve for x, use SAMDEB. SAMDEB. And opposite operations. So yesterday we said that SAMDEB is BEDMAS, B-E-D-M-A-S, backwards. Opposite operations, we know that plus is opposite of add or subtracting. So adding is the opposite of subtracting. We said that subtracting is the opposite of adding. Okay, so they're opposites of each other. We said that multiplication is opposite of division, and division is the opposite of multiplication. Okay? So the S in solve or solution is to take what was given and the unknown and the equation and to put it all in this solution space. So the given was 3 equals 3x minus 1. I've left a space up here because I don't want to get too cramped. I'm going to be doing stuff up here. Okay? So I want to use SAMDEB. But the other thing, in addition to the given, if we do this in order, I'm going to solve. I'm going to put a circle around the x that I'm going to find. Okay? Check my solution. That's step 2. That's something that I do after I solve. So I'm going to use SAMDEB and opposite operations. So I'm going to use SAMDEB. Opposite operations, we have this list that we follow. Okay, so to the right of the equal sign is where the x is. That's where we're looking. Okay, so between the 3 and the x is multiplication. That's multiplication. Okay, so the opposite of multiplying, let's do this. So the opposite of multiplying, 3, opposite. Okay, the opposite of multiplying, okay, is dividing, is division. But on this right side, to the right of the equal sign, we not only have multiplying by 3, but we also have this take away 3. Okay, so next to S, this is subtraction. So next to the subtraction is taking away 3. Well, the opposite is adding 3, right? The opposite of subtraction is adding. So adding 3. Now, we already said yesterday that we're going to work from top to bottom as we go through SAMDEB. So this is what we do first. So the opposite is we're going to add 3, and then we're going to divide by 3. So this is our to-do column. Okay? So if I need to add 3, I must do it on once on the left. Let's do it over here. Maybe I'll move this 3 over a little bit. Okay, so if I have to add 3, add 3 here, and I add 3 once on the right. Okay, so notice I add 3 once on the left of the equal sign, and to the right of the equal sign I also add 3. So what do I do to the left side? I do to the right side. Now, 3 plus 3 is 6. Put that directly below what 3 plus 3 is 6 equals directly below 3x. I haven't done anything with the 3x yet, so I just rewrite it. I'm only allowed to add the 3 to this negative 3. Okay, the reason is because this plus 3 has no x here. Okay, so the only numbers that can add to each other are numbers that have no x. This is no x and this is a no x. Your teacher would have called these like terms. Well, negative 3 plus 3, that together, that becomes 0. And if you needed to, if you want, you can check it. So we'd have negative 3. So 3 with a negative. You need, if the first number that you're typing in has a negative, you have to press this plus minus, okay? And then plus 3. And then that equals 0, okay? So we can show that they're 0 because we'll cancel them out with just lines through them. So all we have left is the 3x. There's nothing here because we already said it's 0. Okay? So we've done what the question asked us to. We did the opposite of taking away 3 by adding 3. This was our to-do. Okay? So the next thing we do is we divide by 3. So if on the left, I think, what do I do on the left? I do on the right. So if I'm dividing by 3, I do it once on the left, and I do it once on the right. So 6 divided by 3, if I want to, I can do it in my head, or I can do it on my calculator, is 2. Directly below 6 divided by 3 is the answer. Okay, directly below. Equals directly below. And then 3 divided by 3, if you need to, 3 divided by 3 is equal to 1. So it's 1x. If I have 1x, that's just the same as x equals, right? Now, I could write 2 equals x, but I could also write it by putting the x and the 2 in the opposite directions or opposite spots, right? So then the s in sentence, therefore x is equal to 2. Okay, now we need to do a check, okay? So we need a check. So the check is we sub x equals 2 into the equation, which is up here, into the given. So 3 equals 3x minus 3. Okay? Now when we do a check, we separate the left side from the right side of the equal sign. So we write a line to separate them, and we say the left side, what is the left side? It's equal to 3. Okay? The right side is equal to 3x minus 3. So if we are checking this value, we're going to, need a check. Okay, what do? We sub x equals 2 into this equation. Well, right now, the left side of the equation is just 3. So we've said the left side is equal to 3. And right now, the right side to the right of the equal sign is 3x minus 3. We're going to sub this x value. Okay? Sub it into any place that has the x. So we're going to sub x equals 2 into this equation. So it's equal to 3 times 2 minus 3. We know this is timesing. Now we're going to use BEDMAS. Okay, so multiplication means we multiply. Okay, so we go 3 times 2 is 6 minus 3 is equal to 3. So we go, oh, the left side was equal to 3. As a result, the right side is equal to 3. Those are the same. So we say, since the left side is equal to the right side, okay, therefore, the value that we used, x equals 2, is correct. Okay, so now you're going to also do the rest of number 6, which is B, C, and D. If you need to, watch the video again to find answers to number A.